You in the comments coming to correct the fact that Yeshu, because that's what his name was in the Aramaic, the language that he spoke. Yeah, Yeshu, Yeshu, meaning salvation. When the book of Isaiah, I think it's 11, when it begins to say that the Most High has become Yeshu. So the Most High name had become Yeshu, or salvation. And he said, the one who comes in my name will bind the sacrifices. So Yeshu, or Yehoshua, or Yeshua, whichever y'all want to say, indeed was Muslim. And so, for you guys who are like, well, Muslim means submission, and it has nothing to do with the word tanmin, which also means perfect. Let's go into this. This is going to be fun. Okay, so when we begin to literally look at the word Muslim, it comes from the Semitic root SLM. Okay, this is going to be Shin, Lamed, Mem. SLM. This is the root that the word Muslim comes from. This is the same root in Shalom in Hebrew, in Shalama, Shalama in Aramaic, Salam in Arabic, SLM. All four of these words shares the same root. So even if the word Muslim or Muslim means submission, the roots of the word comes from Shalom, Shalama, Salam. Therefore, the etymological meaning is the same. But we're going to go even deeper with this, okay? When we begin to look at Matthew 5, 9, and 11, Matthew 5 and 9, it literally begins to say, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Elohim. The word Muslim is formed by adding the mem to the root, which can make it a participle meaning completing or peacemaking. Let me read this again. I'm not making this up. So when you begin to add the mem to the root SLM, then it makes it a participle meaning completing or peacemaking. So Muslim means submission. Adding the mem to the root of salam, shalom, salama, literally means peacemaking. Therefore, in the Hebrew, in the Aramaic, in the Arabic, in the Syriac, Matthew 5 and 9 would say, blessed are the Muslim, for they shall be called the children of God. I'm not making this up. The word Muslim is a participle meaning completing or peacemaking. Literally. I didn't create this, okay? So let's read more. The origin of Islam, first recorded in 1610 through 20, which this isn't true. It says that it's from the Arabic, meaning submission to the Most High, from aslama, A-S-L-A-M-A, meaning to surrender, resign oneself, submit oneself. From the Semitic root salam, meaning to be whole or a sound. It's akin to the Arabic salam and the Hebrew shalom, meaning peace. From the Semitic noun salam. So let's get into this to see, is there any Hebraic word linking the same message of Islam, which is one Elohim, to the Hebraic word that means submit, okay? So the word for to submit in Hebrew would be shama. This is going to be the same root. Are we hearing this? The Hebrew word for submit is going to, shama means to hear or to obey. Obedience is better than what? Sacrifice. When we look at the word to submit, is like gishi. It's going to be spelled with the lamed, and we're going to see this, and it's going to be important. The lamed, where did it go? Lamed, hey, gamil, yod, shin. And this is the word meaning to submit or to serve. The other word is going to be shama and kana. Kana means to humble or to subdue. Shema means to hear or to obey. Why is this important? It's important due to the fact that when Yehoshua was asked, what is the greatest commandment? He began to say, he quoted the Shama or the Shema, which is Shema Yasharada Adonai Echad, Adonai Eloheinu. Hear, O Israel, Yahuwah Elohim is one. So when the Islam began to say Ahad Allah, this is submit to Allah. And when you say the Shema, you are doing Shama, which is to obey. All of these words are linguistically the same, leading back to Deuteronomy 6, 4 through 9, which is what Yehoshua began to quote. So his mission was submission, Shama. His mission was Muslim, submission. His mission was Muslim, to be perfect. I'm not making any of this up. I am just giving you the language. So the word perfect in Hebrew is Muslim, which is the same root. Mem, Shem, Lamed, Mem. And so, due to the fact that the word Muslim means submission, but when you begin to add the Mem to the roots, because remember the root is Shin, Lamed, Mem, but then you add the Mem in front of it. And the Mem, thank you, Ruach HaKodesh, represents people, languages, nations, but it also represents the Mashiach, which comes to unify us back to one Elohim, which is how man can be born again. It begins to say that he said that the kingdom is within. And they began to correlate the kingdom of the Most High to the kingdom of heavens. So in order to get the Most High within, we had to invoke the Shama, which is Shema Israel, Adonai Echad, Adonai Eloheinu. Hear, O Israel, for the Most High, our Elohim, is one, which is the same concept that the Arabic began to teach. So when you begin to add the mem to shalom, when you add the mem to salam, when you add the mem to shalama, then you begin to get Muslim, which is submission, which is going to bring you to the perfection, the completeness, and the wholeness. I am not making this up. The word for perfect in Hebrew is mushlam. The root letters for mushlam are shin, lamed, mem. And words that come from these letters express shalmut, which means completeness, wholeness, or perfection. So all of these words, salam, shama, shema, shalama, mushlam, Muslim, because they come from the same root as shalmut, they all mean completeness, wholeness, and perfection. This is what the Most High stated in his word through his son, Yehoshua. And the only people that kick against this are people who don't know how to rightfully divide the word of truth in history. Read the book of Daniel, study on the Assyrian, Babylonian, Persian, Greek, Roman, Constantinople, Byzantine, Ottoman Empire, and then get back to me. And study on the Arabic, the Aramaic, the Syriac, the Hebrew words in the Bible. Study on the name of Muhammad in comparison to the name of Maniakim or Maniah, him. And why Yehoshua said that after him another Maniah would be born. And another Maniah was born 70 AD at the fall of the temple that Yehoshua began to prophesy in Matthew 24. And then you had another man that was born to bring us back to the oneness of God.